has a big problem in communicating science to people and making them interested is journalism. So there's a lovely quote from Wasim Zakir, who kind of came up with this concept. I'm going to read it out here in case people can't see it. You get copy coming in on the wires and reporters churn it out, processing stuff and maybe adding the odd local quote. It's affecting every newsroom in the country and reporters are becoming journalists. So he said this about 12 years ago now. And then the British Journalism Review noticed that it was a harbinger of the end of news journalism as we know it. The coroner's verdict can be nothing other than suicide. Journalism has become a more serious problem in, as the internet has increased, the urge to get fast copy out, to get news out before everyone else, or to get things really fast, has meant that reporters are relying on wire an awful lot more than they used to. So this is stuff that comes out from press releases or associated media outlets, and is just repackaged, processed. They throw in a local quote for flavour, and they fire it off there. And that, believe it or not, according to Nick Davis's analysis a few years ago, he estimates that 80% of journalism in the UK at the moment is journalised or comes from a wire source. Only 12% is original material, which would be the inverse of what it was many, many years ago, or damn close to it. So we'll just talk about a few examples. This is one. Does anyone remember this? This suddenly the new 13th star sign about 3 years ago. Is this ringing any bells? Yeah. So that actually started because a middle of nowhere paper in the middle of America went to an astronomy lecture and misunderstood it. You see, basically the whole idea, I won't get into astronomy if we start, I'll be on my hobby horse for far too long. But essentially, because the planet tilts as it rotates, what our ancient Greek forebearers saw up as a constellation there actually has shifted, and we're not looking in the same plane at all. So, when people make these mystical, it goes through time, well, it's not a constant, it changes and things like that. And he was trying to point out how ridiculous these beliefs are, and that at the moment we're not even looking into the current zodiac. The zodiac that the Greeks knew has shifted. And because he mentioned this in very technical terms, some very eager young reporter wrote this down and said, he's discovered a new star sign. And the poor guy got more hate mail than you could shake a stick at, because people are very emotionally invested in their star signs. And this is why you guys probably saw this story in whatever newspaper you read, because it was listed in everything. Came from Wire, it goes through an editor's desk and he goes, wow, that is a good story. Let's put a local quote in it. Let's find someone and sex it up and put it out there. I just picked the Irish Times because this actually was the story that encouraged me to start writing. I just picked this up and said, no. And I remember, writing a lovely letter to the editor trying to explain why it was wrong, and getting a nice email back going, nice letter, too long to print, not going to use it, bye.